Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. Guys, on today's video, we have a lot of news to talk about. But before we get started the video and we talk about Sergi Roberto, Nico Williams, and more departures, guys, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Make sure to follow me there. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about Sergi Roberto because Barcelona and Sergi Roberto, they have officially parted ways. Now, Sergi Roberto, his contract did expire at the start of the summer, but Sergi Roberto, he was holding out until Barcelona had some FFP space until they can register him, and have Sergi Roberto for one last season. But both parties, they decided, hey, this is the time to go our separate ways. And we have received Sergi Roberto's farewell message and his departure message as well. Barcelona and Sergi Roberto, they will be parting ways. And Sergi Roberto, after 18 years at the club and 21 trophies, he will be leaving FC Barcelona. He will be having his farewell press conference on Tuesday after the Joan Gamter match. And, all these years of Sergio Roberto, we thank him especially for this goal, guys, against PSG, the iconic goal in which basically, a lot of Barcelona fans said gave him a career at the club for so long. And then as well, those fantastic performances, that run in El Clasico in that same season in which Messi was able to score that iconic goal in which he lifted that jersey and beat Real Madrid 3-2. But Sergio Roberto, he says farewell at the club. And right now, he is deciding on which club to go next. He is wanting to stay in Europe. Fiorentina and Ajax are two clubs that he is looking at, and he's taking his time to pick which project is the best. But Barcelona and Sergio Roberto, they do part ways, and the thing about Sergio Roberto is that this was a long time coming. Sergio Roberto, he should have left the club a while ago. But the thing is, he is, such a good supporter of the club. He's been, such a valuable player for the team for so many years. And, we thank him for everything that he's done for the club. And, I would have liked to see Sergio Roberto leave on the high, for example, being applauded in the stadium. But, it was time for him to leave. And Sergio Roberto, we thank you for all of your service. And Sergio Roberto leaves the club after 18 years with Barcelona. But, guys, we have to talk about Nico Williams now, because has Nico Williams given and said yes to Barcelona? Is this happening? Is this finally the confirmation that we needed, and in order to bring Nico Williams from Athletic Club? But the thing is, guys, I don't want to raise your hopes too high just yet. Now, the reporter and the media outlet which have broken this news is Sport and Ivan San Antonio. Both of them, Sport, it's a little bit unreliable, but San Antonio, he is very reliable when it comes to Barcelona news, and that's why this absolutely spread like wildfire. And then you also had some other journalists such as Jerry Romero saying, for example, and I quote, for now, I just ask you to stay calm, Nico. I want to give you the details that suggest the situation should be resolved soon. For now, we are not aware that Nico has made a final decision. The club's environment was saying that today should have been the day for Nico's response. Nico, his agent, and his camp were concerned about his possible registration. Obviously, the departures are aimed at creating space in the salary cap. Barca used their last card this week when Athletic posted that video of Nico on social media. Joan Laporta stepped up. On Tuesday, the president gave all the necessary guarantees to Nico Williams' camp. They were going to work intensely this week to create salary space and register him. And so, right there, one journalist is saying, hey, Nico Williams, he has said yes to Barcelona. But even if he has said yes to Barcelona, they still have to finalize and have things to do on their end before we make this Nico Williams deal happen. And Barcelona, they are confident in making this deal happen. And they are expected to have this deal done by next week. And so by the end of next week, Nico Williams should be a Barcelona player. And what a turn, guys. Last week, we were basically saying Nico Williams is staying at the club after he posted that video. But Barcelona, apparently with Laporta stepping up, Deco calling him every single day, and maintaining context, it seemed the situation has turned out. But now Barcelona, they have the responsibility to go out and create salary space and FFP margin in order to sign Nico Williams. And how is that going to happen? Well, that's going to happen with departures such as that of Julian Araujo. Now, it has been confirmed. I did talk about yesterday on the channel, but we received the here we go confirmation from Fabrizio Romano. Julian Araujo to Bournemouth for 10 million euros fixed. But here's the caveat. There is no sell-on clause and there is no buyback option. Now, this is where I'm thinking this is just a terrible deal because Julian Araujo, yes, he could be an average player right now, but who's to say maybe like in a year or two, in a couple years, he wouldn't be turning out to be a great player, for example. And selling a player just outright for 10 million euros, having no sell-on clause, having no buyback option, it doesn't bode well. And Barcelona, they've always been a club that have sold absolutely horribly. But Barcelona, they are pressed to sell players. And if we are to sell Julian Araujo, get that money in, and then as well free up some salary space, then we can make the Nico Williams deal happen. But I'm continuing talking about departures, guys. I'm going to be talking about Clement Longley because everything is pointing right now that Clement Longley, he will be leaving the club. Deco and Lenglet, with his entourage, they have had a meeting to discuss his salary and to discuss his departure from the club. And, it's up to debate on whether Clement Longley will be leaving on loan or on a permanent transfer. But we do know that Clement Longley is going to be leaving. He does have offers, from Atletico Madrid. He has offers from Villarreal. And he has offers from abroad. But we're going to have to see, in these upcoming days, how and where is Longley going to head out. But those are two players to be seeming to head out, who seem to be heading out to the exit door. And Vitor Roque, a player who Barcelona just recently signed in January, it seems he is also on the exit block. And Real Betis, they're currently interested in Vitor Roque. They haven't made any moves as of right now, but they are interested in him. They're inquiring about him. And Barcelona right now, they believe that a potential loan would be better than a permanent sale, and I completely agree. Maybe Roque isn't at the level that we need. Maybe that's why he isn't being given that much faith by both Xavi and Hansi Flick. And maybe a move to another La Liga team would be in his benefit. That way he can grow and basically learn and have regular minutes, something that he does need at the top of the European level. But at the same time, you do take a risk because how many times do Barcelona players return on loan successfully? You can count them on one hand. But it seems that Roque is going to be heading on the exit block. He did not train today or yesterday. He was feeling a little bit ill. And looking at the whole media situation, it doesn't bode well for Roque, especially knowing how Paul Victor exploded onto the scene in preseason. But those are three departures, one confirmed and two to be basically being finalized or being put on the transfer list. And in regards to Roque, he's a different situation. I'd rather see him go out on loan rather than be permanently sold, because we spend big money and we don't want to be losing such a talented player. But it's completely understandable. Barcelona, they have options in that attack. And no, guys, that was it for the Barcelona news of the day. What do you guys make of everything that I discussed on today's video? Sergi Roberto bids farewell to Barcelona. Has Nico Williams given his yes to Barcelona? And as well, departures on the horizon. Clement Longley, Julian Araujo, and Vitor Roque. But guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.